Welcome, creatures of distortion and disciples of the double kick. This is the metal mistress, where riffs reign, sarcasm slays, and we worship at the altar of sonic brutality. Today, we're diving sticks first into the thunderous underworld of metal's top drummers, the unsung warlocks behind the kit who summon chaos with every blast beat and tom roll. These aren't your average timekeepers. These are the architects of adrenaline, the pulse of pandemonium, the ones who make your spine rattle and your soul scream. From the icy precision of tech death assassins to the caveman fury of sludge sorcerers, we're ranking the gods of groove, the titans of tempo, and the absolute maniacs who make metal feel like a ritual sacrifice in 7/8. So grab your earplugs and your neck brace, because we're about to count down the drummers who don't just play metal, they punish it. And if your favorite skin smasher didn't make the list, don't worry, we'll give you plenty of blast beats to cry into. Let's kick it. Kick it. See what I did there? Number 5, Lars Ulrich. Yes, that Lars. The man who launched 1,000 memes, triggered 1,000,000 forum wars, and still somehow helped build the biggest metal band on Earth. Let's get this out of the way. Lars Ulrich is not your favorite drummer. He's not the fastest, the tightest, or the most technically dazzling. His fills have been described as bold choices, his timing as interpretive, and his snare tone on Saint Anger as a cry for help. But here's the twist. None of that erases his impact. Lars didn't just play drums, he played the industry, the culture, and the long game. He co-founded Metallica, helped shape thrash metal's rise, and turned underground aggression into stadium-sized spectacle. He was a strategist, a tastemaker, and, love him or hate him, a relentless force behind metal's mainstream breakthrough. From Kill 'Em All to Hardwired, Lars has been the rhythmic glue, the business brain, and the unapologetic mouthpiece of Metallica. He's the drummer who made metal matter to Wall Street, MTV, and your mom's CD collection. And while his playing may spark debate, his legacy is carved in platinum. So today, we're not here to dunk on Lars. We're here to dissect the chaos, celebrate the cunning, and maybe, just maybe, give the man his due. Because in the end, Lars Ulrich didn't just survive metal's evolution. He steered it. Let's ride the lightning to number 4. Number 4. Enter Chris Adler, the surgical strike behind Lamb of God's rise. And one of the most technically gifted drummers to ever grace the genre. Let's be clear, Adler isn't just fast, he's intelligent. His drumming is a masterclass in controlled chaos, syncopated grooves, off-kilter accents, and fills that feel like they were engineered in a lab built by Pantera and Meshuggah. He brought jazz-level finesse to metal's brute force, and somehow made it sound even heavier. From the bone-breaking intro of Laid to Rest to the machine gun precision of Redneck, Adler helped define the sound of new wave American heavy metal. And when Megadeth tapped him for Dystopia, that wasn't just a guest spot, it was a statement. Adler's style is so distinct you can spot it in a single bar. But here's the kicker, he's not just a technician, he's a visionary. A drummer who understood that groove could be brutal, that complexity could be catchy, and that metal didn't need to sacrifice brains for brawn. So today, we're not just praising Adler's chops, we're celebrating his legacy. The man who made metal smarter, tighter, and somehow even more dangerous. Number 3. One of metal's most enigmatic pioneers, Bill Ward, the original drummer of Black Sabbath, and the man who gave doom its pulse. Before blast beats and triggered kicks, there was Ward, swinging like a jazz ghost in a thunderstorm, channeling chaos through cymbals and toms, with a feel that was more seance than session. His playing wasn't just rhythmic, it was emotional, unpredictable, and alive. Listen to War Pigs, Iron Man, or Children of the Grave, and you'll hear it. That haunted shuffle, that unhinged groove, that sense that the drums might collapse or explode at any moment. Ward wasn't flashy, he wasn't precise, he was human in the most terrifyingly beautiful way. His fills were like panic attacks, his dynamics were like mood swings. And his contribution to metal? Foundational. Without Ward, Sabbath wouldn't have sounded like the end of the world. They'd have sounded like a band trying to sound heavy. And yeah, the man's legacy is complicated. Health issues, lineup drama, and the heartbreak of being left out of Sabbath's final chapter. But here on the Metal Mistress, we honor the chaos, we celebrate the soul, and we recognize that Bill Ward didn't just play drums, he breathed dread into them. So light a candle, crank the fuzz, and let's pay tribute to the drummer who made metal feel like a funeral march through hell. Number 2, let's unleash the fury on a man whose playing is less keeping time and more starting fires. Tommy Aldridge, the double bass pioneer, the percussive tornado, and the southern fried sorcerer of hard rock and metal. Before blast beats were standard issue, Tommy was already melting faces with his bare hands, literally. His bare-handed solos became legend, his double kick technique rewrote the rules, and his work with Ozzy Osbourne, Whitesnake, and Pat Travers proved that groove and aggression could share the same whiskey-soaked stage. Aldridge didn't just play drums, he attacked them. His style is a fusion of southern rock swagger, metal muscle, and jazz-informed finesse. He's the guy who could swing like Bonham, shred like Lombardo, and still throw in a fill that makes you question physics. And while he's often overlooked in the pantheon of metal drummers, make no mistake, Tommy Aldridge helped shape the sound of modern metal drumming before most knew what double bass even was. So today, we're raising our sticks to the man who brought thunder to the stage, sweat to the solos, and a whole lot of soul to the snare. Tommy Aldridge, metal's original hurricane. Number 1, Kirk Arrington, the god of wrath. Kirk may not be a household name, but his work with Metal Church cements him as one of metal's most underrated, and arguably best, drummers, blending thrash aggression with progressive finesse. Today, I am throwing down the gauntlet for a drummer who rarely tops mainstream lists, but absolutely deserves to. Kirk Arrington, the rhythmic architect behind Metal Church's most ferocious and forward-thinking records. Arrington wasn't just fast, he was clever. His playing fused the raw power of thrash with the nuance of progressive metal, crafting grooves that were as brainy as they were brutal. From the galloping fury of the dark to the dynamic shifts in Blessing in Disguise, Arrington's drumming was never just background noise. It was the backbone, the pulse, the hidden genius driving the band's sound. While Lars Ulrich was making headlines and Dave Lombardo was melting faces, Kirk was quietly redefining what metal drumming could be. His fills were unpredictable, his timing razor-sharp, and his ability to shift between moods, menacing, mournful, militant, was unmatched. He didn't just play with Metal Church, he was Metal Church's heartbeat. And let's talk legacy. 7 studio albums, 2 solo records with Kurt Vanderhoof, and a style that influenced countless drummers who never even knew his name. He left the band in 2006 due to health complications, and tragically passed away in 2023 at age 61, but his impact still echoes through every drummer who values groove and grit. So today, we're not just honoring Kirk Arrington, we're crowning him, the best drummer you didn't know you already loved, the ghost in the machine, the thunder behind the church. And there you have it, riff fiends and rhythm freaks, the thunderous tapestry of metal's finest behind the kit. From Bill Ward's haunted swing to Chris Adler's surgical precision, from Lars Ulrich's polarizing legacy to Kirk Arrington's criminally underrated genius, and Tommy Aldridge's hurricane force groove, these drummers didn't just keep time, they defined it. Metal drumming isn't just about speed, it's about feel, intensity, and the ability to turn a song into a battlefield, a ritual, or a catharsis. These players shaped genres, shattered expectations, and proved that the drummer isn't just the guy in the back. They're the engine, the architect, the heartbeat of the beast. So whether you worship the blast beat, groove to the doom, or headbang to the thrash, remember behind every iconic riff is a drummer making it matter.